So, ara ekita erotemata. Questions?
Yes.
To Esther Calaroy.
Towards the end,
Uh-huh.
that on,
Uh-huh.
there's the last line.
Yes.
I don't know.
All right, so that is a combination of a and on.
So it is meaning if.
Mhm.
Okay.
If, and then with aeon, because remember that's our little particle that signals a change in mood, right?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's very good. Ala erotemata.
And that's shifting into.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
And then there was a verb, but I couldn't remember what it meant. When it switches to future tense,
Mhm.
diakrisis.
Yes.
Couldn't remember what that meant.
Okay. So we had,
Is that the note about the 20th reading? I couldn't remember.
maybe we can look, but here we've seen this verb before. The kraomai, right? And kraomai, and this is, we have a slightly different form here because of this preverb. Let's look at the note on this. It doesn't have, I thought it might have the thing. Okay, we'll talk more about what that note says in a second here. Let's go back and look at the. Look at this, the previous readings, right? Think about these. This particular. Okay, so here, in this one, we have the same verb here with para instead of dia. Okay, and you remember what this one was, right?
It means disobey or do
Yeah,
otherwise.
yeah.
Do to
Not
decide.
do, yeah, don't disobey, don't do otherwise, right? Okay. All right, so let's look at this other situation.
Does it mean literally to go through, to like go through with it? Be thoroughly.
Okay, so let's look at this. So go, okay, diakresis thy, and then we've got se.
And it's middle.
It's middle, right? Okay. That you don't go, so following with this thing, to go through something, to do something se, right? Se, which is to what?
To you.
To you, okay. Olethro toi kakistoi.
Something the worst ruin.
Mhm. Right.
Like, I thought it might be like accomplish or
Bring to
cure or
yourself.
something.
Yeah. Or so,
Bring yourself to the worst.
Yeah, along, sort of along those lines, in the sense that that you fully experience, or bring about to yourself this sort of olethroi kakistoi.
It's interesting that Jason that it says accused of it.
Well, it's because it's a middle. Remember, the middle, you can take a direct object, okay? Yeah. So here, essentially, you can see where because what he's doing is that he's essentially echoing the instructions that Astyages gave to Harpagus, right? And Harpagus is now conveying those same sort of things. So it's approximately the same sort of meaning, right? Okay, that you don't treat yourself, okay, or that you handle yourself with the worst possible olethroi.
So, why isn't the reflexive pronoun used here?
Because it's not because the subject of the main verb is the person who's speaking.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And we'll talk about this. This is a really interesting thing. So we'll talk about that. Okay. How far did we get last time?
Sentence before.
Yeah.
Ended with
Yeah.
perish as soon as possible.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Very good. Well, let's go through this. Okay. Meth hermenua parakalo kalaroi tum proton logo.
He said these things.
We said these things. Yeah.
And immediately
Good.
sent a messenger
Very good.
to the cowherds of Australia.
Okay. To the cowherds. Okay. To the cowherds of Astyages. So
Is that whole thing genitive though?
it's all genitive, yeah. So
Okay.
so this is genitive cowherds and of Astyages, right? This is genitive, okay. So which cowherds? The cowherds of Astyages.
But is Taunukulon also genitive?
Yeah.
Okay,
So these are genitive plural.
just make sure.
To those of the Calvary.
Okay, so now we
I
can,
inserted like a little someone in a bracket.
you can, well, because remember, he's
One,
got
Oh,
this
right.
relative clause, right?
yeah.
Okay, there are ways that you can interpret this both as that he's leaving out, the community or the place of the cowherds, right? But that's one way of looking at it, but since we've got a relative pronoun, and we do the same thing here, we can make a relative clause the object of a verb. I want to know whom you think, or who you think is responsible. Okay, so that's a relative clause. Who do you think is responsible? That we make the direct object of who do you think? Okay, or I want to know. Okay, so keep going. To
One
Uh-huh.
of the cowherds of Australages,
good,
whom he knew
excellent.
was pasturing, or was grazing.
Yep.
The most suitable pasture land.
Excellent.
Is that singular,
No, this is plural.
plural?
Because this is plural. This is feminine plural, right?
Okay, and mountains most filled with beasts.
Kalaste eriku stux.
So, the name to him was Mitridate.
Kalaste kai Maria.
This cowherd was living
Excellent.
with
Uh-huh.
a fellow slave
Uh-huh.
of him.
Very good.
The
Okay.
name
Mhm.
of the woman
Mhm.
was like the one
Mhm.
living
With whom he was.
with him who was living.
Uh-huh.
Kuno,
Uh-huh.
according
Very good.
to the Greeks.
Okay, and we've got a mendem, okay? According to on the one hand,
On the one hand, according to the Greeks,
the glosson Elenon.
the language of the Greeks.
Excellent.
And on the other hand,
Uh-huh.
according to the language of the
Uh-huh.
Spaka,
Spako. Very good. Keep going.
for
Uh-huh. Medoi.
the Medes
Uh-huh.
call
Very good.
the female dog
Uh-huh.
Spaka.
Very good. Excellent. Kai kalaroi.
In the first reading,
Uh-huh.
the wife of Mithridates,
Excellent.
was called
Was called.
Argos,
Uh-huh.
from,
According to
according to the median things
Uh-huh.
of Theseus.
Ctesias. Excellent. Excellent. Kai Stukes.
So the foothills
Foothills. Very good.
are
Uh-huh.
of mountains.
Uh-huh. Very good.
Um,
And we might say there are foothills
of the mountains. There are foothills and mountains.
Okay.
Where
Where
the cowherd had
Uh-huh.
the pastures
Uh-huh.
where this cowherd
Very good.
of the cows.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. Yeah. Towards the northland
Uh-huh.
of the
Toward the north.
toward
Okay,
the
it's
north-
literally toward the north wind, but we use this as an
Yeah.
expression to north. Right?
To the
To the north of,
of the Black Sea
well, of Adbetanon,
Yeah.
of Ekbatana,
of Ecbatana
and
towards the Euxinian Sea.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
the
very
Black
good.
Sea.
Very good. Excellent. Maria,
This one
in this place,
in
right?
this place, because
Uh-huh.
the Medes,
The median Cora.
the median country,
Uh-huh. Pros Sasperon, toward,
towards,
in the direction of Sasperon, right? Esta Orene.
they are,
It is.
it is.
The Cora is.
Sorry, it is like mountains.
Mountainous. It's mountainous, Carta Orene.
Very,
Very mountainous. Excellent. And
and
Upsale.
is that like full or?
Well, so it's Upsale is high, okay? But here in terms of elevation.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
so high
And
and
Sunarafes Dendros.
and trees
And with trees.
and with trees. Living, right?
No, so this is Sunarafes, this is roofed up, covered over. right?
Oh, shade.
Shaded with trees. Very good. Kararoe, te ale medike cora esta pasa apedos.
The other median country is completely flat.
Completely fine, very good. Kalasya. Epe un hobukulos spude pole, kalumenos afikato, elega ho harpagos tada stux.
So when
Therefore,
the cowherd with great haste
yeah, with great haste, very good.
arrived, having called.
Being
Oh,
called,
being called.
Yeah.
So said
Harpagos,
Harpagus.
Harpagos elega,
Harpagus said the following thing.
the following things, very good. Maria, Astuages
Astragas
orders you
orders you, to place
to place
the child,
You having labonta,
having taken
tuto to padion,
this child,
to place it understood, right?
to
Ace,
place it, and then
do you see how that works? That labonta is the aorist active participle that agrees with se. Okay. That you having taken this child, that you place understood if the child esto ere motaton.
oh, in like the most deserted of the mountain.
Of the mountains, okay? The most deserted of the mountains. We would say the most deserted mountain, okay? The most deserted of the mountains. And remember, we saw this word, eremos, okay? This, where, you remember where we saw that?
When,
Somebody was carried away.
This is-
Exodus?
Not an Exodus, well, it is an Exodus, yeah. This is where, not an Exodus, but in the Septuagint, right? Genesis, because this is where Abraham goes into the desert, right? This is the word for desert, so this is desert. Yes, well, it's one, yeah, so this is where we get, so deserted, right? Deserted, the adjective deserted is related to desert, right? Okay, and remember we talked about the word that we have today that comes from this? Who goes out into the desert?
Hermits.
Hermits.
Ah.
What about hermetically sealed?
Oh, that's a good, no, I think that comes from Hermes. I think, we'll have to see.
Guess we Greek though.
Okay, hopos, keep going, Maria, this is a purpose clause,
So that
it, understood,
it dies as soon as possible.
as soon as possible. Excellent, well done, team, good job, all right, so let's do this next sentence.
I'm gonna do my best.
Okay, here we go, Kalaroi. And he,
Ordered.
and he ordered,
Having ordered,
okay,
is that,
well, he ordered, this is just aorist,
and he ordered you
okay,
to
Well-
say?
okay, so he ordered, okay, to say to you the following things.
It's a complete backwards word order in English.
It
It's
is.
completely backwards.
This to you he ordered to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yoda speak.
It is, so to speak. Oh, these things to ordered say, to say.
Okay,
All right, now what we have here, we have aeon, okay, so this is signaling to us a shift in mood.
Yeah.
And we've got if, okay, so here's the thing. If, when we see ifs, right, we are entering the world of conditionals. Okay? If X, then Y. And in Greek, we have 3 flavors of conditional. Yeah. Okay. All right, so what I like to refer to as the terminator future, okay? This is something that is going to happen, right?
Future.
It's the future most vivid, right? Okay, future most vivid. And it is A, this conjunction A, with the future indicative, okay? And we call this the protasis. Protasis.
What do we call it?
Well,
This flavor?
protasis means pro, in front, tassis from tasso, the thing we put in front. This is the condition, if something, okay? And the other part is the apo, which means what? From dosis, from didoma.
Yeah.
So that which is given from that,
Oh,
okay? So that's the outcome, okay? Right, so let's look at let's read this note now.
Wait, did we say
Oh,
that?
it'll be right down here, hang on.
Protosis,
No, I got that one.
apoptosis,
Oh.
apoptosis.
Okay, here we go. En toi, so let's look at this. Ean me apoktenes, sa diakresistai, en toi hypothetikoi, so look at this conditional, as in hypothetic, right?
Yeah.
En toi hypothetikoi logoi, in this conditional sentence, okay? Esta are two cola
Pauses?
clauses. Two cola. Tomen, the one, on the one hand, deloi, from de lao, makes apparent, okay? Makes apparent, okay? Yeah, we saw that, de lao, makes apparent, tain protasen, the condition, here's protasis, right?
Yeah.
Tain protasen, toda,
The other one, the apoptosis.
the apodosen.
Cool.
Of this combination.
Of this sundesmoi, so this is a conjunction. Sundesmos is a conjunction, the word for conjunction, right? Of this conjunction, en hoi,
In which
in which a
if A and
on, enunto, oh, this should be hinunto,
are used.
are hasmiahen,
One.
are one, literally one, okay, made one, combined, merged, okay? Archetai,
Type. No, that's all
you
right.
know,
From something with like lead rule.
lead role, okay, you're on the right, definitely, because archon, you're excellent, lead role. So one who leads comes first, or what?
One.
Begins, exactly, begins, okay? Hey, apodosis begins of this, okay, from this, apodosis. Kaitorema, and the verb in due. No, duo, remember we see, so hohelios kata due, kai sets, so, and it really means to clothe one. Okay, we saw this, I think we saw this before in this meeting. It assumes, it takes on, tain hypotatikein,
Conditional.
not that that was hypothetical.
Oh, right.
Hypo,
Under. Something.
subjunctive,
Oh, nice.
the subjunctive,
Is that from Tasso?
from Tasso, yeah, uh-huh.
That's a really place on it.
They have place under the subjunctive, okay. So the verb,
Enclacing.
enklesis, which literally means a leaning in. Okay, great. So there are three kinds of conditions.
Oh, it's conjunction.
Sundesmos is conjunction, right? So the first kind is future indicative, right? A plus future, and then this is the protasis. Okay, and the apodosis is future indicative.
So it's like if something will, then something will.
That's right, exactly, that's right. If you touch that, you will pull back a stump. Okay, so that's the first one. Then a little bit more conditional, okay? A little bit more conditional. is aeon, okay, aeon plus the subjunctive, okay,
Which is what we have here.
which is what we have here, and the future indicative, and the future. Should, if you do this, so you actually, you might do,
You should do
if you should do this, okay, but, even that, I think it's almost coming at sort of the way that the intonation of voice. If you do this, okay, then this will happen, okay?
And the tense of that subjunctive verb is gonna be what?
It can be present, can be aorist, then it depends on aspect.
Okay.
And does that, is it sort of like Latin where it's relative to the indicative being used before it? Like if you went from imperfect to perfect, it would mean it happened.
So we have a sequence in tenses. No, because this condition, if this were embedded in, if this were subordinated into some other clause, then we might have a sequence, but this is just a regular old,
Gotcha.
And I'm actually glad you brought that up, because the sequence of tenses in Latin often doesn't apply in Greek. In other words, Greek will just stay with the current tense, but will shift the mood. Okay.
Makes more sense.
Okay, so and then the least, the least likelihood is going to be A plus the optative, okay, followed by the optative plus on. And we'll see some examples of this as time goes on, but I just want to alert you to the fact that, like indirect discourse, where we have these three flavors, depending upon the word that heads the indirect discourse, in the conditionals, we've got these three kinds, and you can mix and match too. Okay,
How does the third one get translated?
I refer to this as the shouldy wouldy. Okay. If that should be the case, then this would be the consequences.
Okay.
Okay. And, okay, so here we go, we're working on this last sentence here. And he ordered, and we can maybe say, you can understand me, he ordered me, okay, to say to you the following things. If you, and note that when we're in the subjunctive, our negative goes to may instead of do.
If you
Uh-huh.
should not kill him.
If you don't kill him, but
But.
Harry Poye says, here's our verb.
But protect
Well,
or
so this is
preserve.
Hera, around, poieo, to work around, okay, to get around this, okay. Tineth
Like
propoi,
subvert, I guess.
In any place.
in some way,
In some way.
in some way.
I always get trouble sometimes.
Yeah, there you go, okay, good. In some way. If you don't kill him and get around this or work around this in some way, you
So I know
will,
what these words are, but
Yeah.
I don't know how to put them in a thing that makes sense. No, not that one, the next one.
okay, so, all right, so this is very, so
So this is,
here we have is indirect discourse, right?
right, this is,
That you will,
you will
yeah,
procure for
crisis
yourself,
thy,
bring upon yourself.
bring upon yourself the,
the
or
great
experience
ruin.
the most terrible ruin.
Okay, so saw is the.
Is the subject of the indirect discourse, yeah.
Okay, this is the next part that I have trouble with.
And here, here you've got a good example of he orders you, he ordered to say, and then we've got indirect discourse, that you will X, okay? If you don't do this, okay?
So there's an infinitive that means to observe.
Ephoron, right? From
There
epho.
is a participle that means having drawn up in order them. And there's a perfect meaning being cast out, and I don't know what to do with any of those words. And then there's an I at the end of the sentence.
Okay, all right, good. All right, so Very good. So you've got the infinitive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at this word right here.
Is that a perfect?
It's not perfect.
Is it imperfect?
It's not
What
imperfect.
is it?
Present.
It's just present.
Oh.
From
Close
KMI.
enough lied to
From
me.
ek KMI. Which means what?
They couldn't tell you.
KMI means what? You remember this? KMI means I lie.
Like lie down?
Lie down, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what does this mean? So this is the what? The,
Lying down. The child.
yeah, this is the neuter.
Yeah.
This is a neuter singular
And that's a
Accusative.
participle.
participle. The neuter singular thing lying down.
Okay.
So what this would be, so this is in reference to what?
The
child.
The child who has, what's happened to the child?
Been killed, died,
He's
just been
being-
left there.
He's being exposed.
Okay.
Okay, so he's lying there. He's lying out, okay? Lying out. Okay, now let's go to this one.
Oh, that's like the being cast out. Okay, yeah. That is, I looked it up and it said having drawn up and under
Okay, well, it's from, what verb is it from?
toggle.
From tasso.
Tasso. That's what it is, okay.
Tasso, right?
So
Which
is that
is,
perfect? Then?
It's perfect.
That's
So,
perfect. That's
so
the one
this
that's
is perfect.
perfect.
So this is perfect, and you see we've got the reduplication, right?
Mhm.
And we've got the personal ending that's attached right to the stem with no thematic vowel.
Mhm.
So what would that be? Ego, I have, perfect, passive.
I have been placed.
I have been placed. I have been placed. Or what might we also, because remember the use of this verb, for example, when Kyros was
Assigned?
Places can.
prostasso, right?
Yeah, so I've been assigned.
I have been assigned. I have been assigned to what?
To observe.
To observe the what?
The child mind.
The child having been exposed.
Assigned.
So what tense is agamenon?
It's just a present
Present.
participle, yeah. The thing lying out.
Okay.
Why do you have to do me so bad like that and put guy and put this
Well, what is that? Well,
So
this,
many better ways than to do that.
oh, but think of this. First of all, does he even have to say I if he's got
He
TikTok
doesn't.
mind? He doesn't have to say.
pointing to himself.
He's saying, yes, I have been assigned, okay? He orders you to do this. I have been assigned to oversee this process, okay? Which is not true, right? It is totally not
He's
true.
he's gone.
Yeah, yeah,
Hyperghost. I'm gonna get in trouble.
yeah, I'm gonna tell him, I will tell you right now that it's not gonna go well.
Oh, I
Harvard
bet.
does.
And anyone in his family, or any of his people.
It's nasty. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah. Okay, all right, very good. Other questions? All right, so let's start on the next one, shall we? So let's look at verse ends.
This is the next one?
This is our next reading assignment.
Big boy.
Oh, you have a pain look on your face, like, this is good.
Pacific Current side of it.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. What would that?
Would it be a middle? I excite myself?
Probably, yeah.
I myself have been
Yeah.
excited.
So, but you know, that's a good thing. It's probably, because excite, you know, it would probably be hormao, which means to put into motion, okay, from which we get the word hormones.
Right.
And it'd be in that, it'd probably be in the middle.
Or
Okay.
orthogonal.
Metha,
Yeah.
horometha, okay, horometha, we are excited, okay, we are putting ourselves into motion here. There you go.
I was trying to get the participle with it.
That was very good. Okay, so bukolos,
Coward.
the coward says easy, come on, it's
Having
not stressful.
heard these things.
Having heard these things,
And-
excellent.
Climbing up?
No,
Taking up
taking up and
Taking
having
up.
taken up.
the child.
Uh-huh. This is your favorite word, Kalaroy, I know it
It's
is.
not my favorite word.
It is your
It's not my
favorite word.
He went.
He
haven't
went.
gone.
He
haven't
went.
gone.
He went,
Yes.
he went, okay,
To her.
This,
Okay.
to the road.
all right, so,
What is?
Mhm. okay, we'll come to that, okay.
Going to this road.
Okay, so tain, altain hodon,
The road itself. Or this road.
the same road.
Oh, the same
Same
road.
The
road.
road itself, the same road,
Okay.
okay. Kai,
And
athiknetai,
To kill.
oh, no, that's apoktain.
Oh,
Okay.
this, oh wait, we just had
Yeah.
this one, shoot, let me find it.
No, let's not here, no, don't look there, let's look at
Okay,
here. Let's find it
okay,
up here.
I wasn't gonna look at it.
No, I know exactly what you're gonna do, but let's look at it together, where is it on here?
It's down at the bottom. That's it.
There you go, so was me.
It means the cow herd.
oh, right.
Arrived, very
Right.
good, okay, all right, so here we go. So he went the same road, and we're still what this be, and he afiknetai,
Around.
and this is, and note that, what's the difference between afikito,
Is this
okay,
a different voice?
not voice,
It's not a different voice, okay.
Oh, this is imperfect, right?
this is, it's not imperfect because we've got the
Not not secondary.
the primary
Yeah.
Indians, yeah. So what is it? It's present, it's present.
It's a different, oh, it's present.
It's a present tense, yeah. And
Uh,
he
the
arrives,
circumflex.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
he arrives, ace, tame, ace, tame, and then implement. I can tell you that these two are both adverbs.
Rapid phrase. Prompting. Potentially.
Can you give us another word that's similar to either of those?
Well, you have actually seen this, you should be able to get this because we
Okay.
have seen this. Opisto.
Opisto?
We've seen this before because this is just another version, another reading of that.
Is it temporal?
Think of this, okay, so he's been summoned, right? And he went there, and so he's got the child, and he's going, what? He's going the same road, what would we say?
Again.
Not again, but think of a trip, making a trip. You go out and then you back,
Oh, okay.
okay? And he went the same road back
Oh, okay.
of this stuff.
And arrived
And he arrives
at the place.
at the place, so what would this be? A stain,
It's to, at the same house.
to the house, and he arrives at the house. Again, right,
Oh,
back,
okay.
same thing. We do this all the time, right?
Okay.
Okay, right. Okay, and so all right, so here we go. Hegune,
The wife,
okay,
the woman,
the woman, toy, halatoy,
To
to him, okay, so his wife, right? His wife.
Question.
question.
No, this is not Ara,
Yeah.
This is
Ara.
Ara.
Yes,
And-
of course.
And remember, Ara is, oh my God, guess what? Okay?
That's okay.
So it's emphatic.
Think of this as an amazing thing, okay? It just so happens, okay? Ara. Arakai, and it just so happens that his wife, the wife to him, Usa,
Is
being,
being
and etex.
I was gonna say-
without child.
Oh, no,
No.
that's Alpine.
Okay.
Okay,
I thought that was it. Okay.
Have we seen a word end in it?
You've seen exactly this word. You've seen exactly this word.
Is it from an epithet?
Okay, you wanna see where you've seen it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, there it is. You see it? It even appears with that same participle.
Epithet.
Where?
The zebra.
Did you find it?
Oh, it's contracted. No.
Oh, no,
Oh, so, but what is the case of this one?
it's.
Ten thugatera.
And it's genitive, not genitive.
It's found.
It's feminine. Oh, for heaven's sake, Coloroid, stop,
Oh, no.
stop.
I don't
Tame.
know.
Tame,
Oh, accusative.
I
accusative.
said that third. I knew it wasn't dominant.
Okay,
Means
Being with child.
being the child. Being,
So it's the opposite of being childless.
oh no, it's exactly the same word,
Right, okay.
right?
So being,
Instead of epiteca, which would be the accusative, it's epitex,
so being pregnant.
being pregnant, okay?
Okay.
All right, but here we've got, so, but look, we've got this pasan hameron
for the whole day.
for the whole day, okay? Right.
So she just turned off some days.
That's right.
And
Okay,
make it
so
till
what,
6.
so we've got, so epitex has a slightly different meaning here. What would it mean? She's in labor.
Yeah.
She's about to give birth, okay? So we can use this for epitex as being pregnant, okay? But we can also use it as really pregnant, that is about to give birth. Literally, it means literally, this is from tikto, which means I give birth, right? Okay, epito,
So about
etikon, right? About to give birth.
in some manner of time.
Yeah, awesome. So she's in labor the whole day. Okay. Tota,
At this time.
at this time, very good. At this time, pos,
First.
no accent, right?
Post?
Mhm.
There.
Not there, that's poo, that's poo.
Wait, Tota was,
Pos eketa temeron. How? Okay, but without an accent, what is it gonna be?
in this one? Is it an adverb?
Well, it's a temporal adverb, yes. Okay, not where.
One.
To this extent.
Okay, so remember, all right, so remember that with an accent, right? Pos means how.
Mhm.
Without the accent, it becomes just like interrogative pronouns, right? Without an accent, it becomes what? So tis is, right? Tis is who,
Mhm.
and tis without an accent means what?
Someone.
Someone,
Yeah.
okay? So pos,
Somehow.
yeah, very good. Pos, how, without an accent, somehow.
Somehow.
Then, somehow,
According
kata daimona.
according to what?
According to, well,
Lottery.
According to,
a daimon,
that's like a protector
yeah,
angel.
well,
or
a
something.
spirit of some sort, some
Yeah.
sort of force.
Doesn't you guys own
Yeah,
lottery?
it does. It means having a good demon,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
What is that? Is that Epicure?
Uh,
Fine, anyway.
it's Aristotelian, right? It's, Aristotle talks about the eudaimonia, right? They all of the philosophical things are interested in that, right?
Yeah, we've used a lot of Aristotelian buzzwords in this.
So then, at that time somehow, according to some spirit, okay, some sort of force, she tikte,
Gave birth.
she gives birth. Okay. And here we've got a genitive absolute, oiko menu tu bokulo eis pollen.
With the
Mhm.
cowherd
With the cowherd, very good.
In,
in the city
Into the city. What would that mean?
having,
Present tense,
not living.
not living. That was with the kappa. This means going,
I'm going to the city.
going, while the cowherd was going into the city. It so happens at that very time, somehow, by some spirit, she tikte, she gives birth. Okay, all right, there we go, off and running.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Well done. Excellent work today, team.
see you Monday.
See you Monday. Absolutely. Have a great weekend.
Save you.